In the heart of Krypton's Redlands, young Kal-El leans over his desk, the soft hum of his learning chamber surrounding him. His teacher's holographic voice echoes through the room, grading assignments on a hovering screen. But when the cursor reaches Cal's paper, it pauses. The teacher squints, confused. Cal, your report is descriptive, but it doesn't appear to employ any generative text at all. You did source the Cleric's Luminarium, didn't you? Cal looks up, calm but defiant. I wrote it, he says quietly. The teacher stares at him through the holoscreen, unsure if he's joking. You wrote this yourself? Cal nods again, his voice steady. Yes. The teacher's face darkens. We'll need to speak with your parents after class. That was 6 years ago. Now far from the red sands of Krypton, Cal, known to Earth as Superman, finds himself on the run. Shackled, weakened, and surrounded by Lazarus Corp soldiers. One of them, Agent Lois Lane, stands before him, her blaster raised, energy humming inches from his face. Get on your knees, she orders. Cal tilts his head, glancing at the glowing cuffs linking their wrists together. With the slightest tug, he accidentally yanks Lois off her feet. Let me just... He starts, pulling gently at the metal. The cuff won't break. Soul, he mutters to his AI companion. I can't tear it apart. Cal, Soul warns from within the armor. You are vulnerable here, weakened by this atmosphere. Cal frowns, ignoring the smoke and chaos around them. She cuffed herself to me, Soul. What do you want me to do? Rip her arm off. Lois, still on the ground, snarls in frustration and fires. The blast hits Cal directly in the face, sending him staggering backward. He groans, wiping away the scorch mark. I will deal with the handcuffs, Soul assures him. Cal sighs. Just don't hurt her. But the situation escalates fast. Around them, Lazarus Corp soldiers open fire, disobeying Lois's orders to stand down. Bullets shred through the air, and Cal moves without hesitation. He steps in front of Lois, taking the hail of rounds himself, shielding her with his own body. The adaptive armor ripples like liquid light, reforming into a crimson mist that flows around them like a cape. Get this thing off me, Lois shouts. You're the one who cuffed us, Cal yells back, dodging another shot. Soul works tirelessly, analyzing the alien alloy. This metal reforms as quickly as I can sever it. It will take time. Cal grits his teeth as another explosion rocks the clearing. Tanks roll in, shaking the earth beneath them. Soul, he orders, use the dust to hold her. Don't let this tear her apart. Before Lois can argue, the crimson cloud tightens around them both. Then with a sonic boom, Cal rockets into the sky, the red mist trailing behind like wings of light. From below, soldiers watch in disbelief. He's flying, one of them shouts. The Helella tank opens fire, shells bursting against the Sunstone field. Cal is hit midair, plummeting through smoke and fire until he crashes hard into a nearby village. When the dust settles, Lois lies dazed in his arms. She wakes, raises her blaster, and fires again. Pure reflex. Cal absorbs the hit, groaning as he falls to one knee. This is Agent Lane, she coughs into her comm. Suspect fleeing east. Jammer transmission, Cal orders. Already done, Soul confirms. Cal sighs, looking at her. I've saved your life twice, and you still want to arrest me? Lois reloads. You willfully endangered my life trying to escape custody? She says coldly. That's not saving me. Cal steps closer, his tone firm. Since when does Lazarus Corp care about anyone's rights? He says. You enslave people, experiment on them, treat them like cattle. Lois's eyes flicker, uncertain, but before she can respond, another explosion shakes the ground. Cal looks up to see the tank diving from the sky, its guns aimed at them. He reaches for the nearest car and throws it, like a god hurling a meteor. The vehicle slams into the tank, knocking it out of the air, but horror flashes across Cal's face as it crashes through a nearby church. The sunstone dust will shield you, he says, ready to act again, but Lois pushes him aside. Forget me. Go! Cal leaps through the inferno. Inside the collapsing church, he moves fast, heat rippling off his armor. Flames roar as he carries civilians out one by one, using his breath to extinguish the blaze. He shields Lois and the survivors with sunstone dust, creating a shimmering barrier against the fire. When the smoke finally clears, he falls to his knees, drained but alive. Lois looks at him differently now. The alien she thought was a threat just risked everything for strangers. Slowly, she lowers her weapon. You saved them, she whispers. Cal smiles faintly. Thank you, he says softly. You did all that, she stammers. You're welcome, she finally mutters. Cal stands, swaying slightly. So many stars out there, he says, looking toward the horizon, and most of them orbit nothing but frozen rock and gas. Do you have any idea how rare your world is? I'm a child of one of those dead suns. Before Lois can answer, the cuffs around their wrists unlock and fall to the dirt. Cal stares down at his freed hands, then back at her. Wait, don't, she starts, but he's already gone. With a thunderous boom, he launches into the sky, vanishing among the clouds. Moments later, Lazarus Corp reinforcements arrive. All they find is Agent Lane, standing in the ruins, staring upward. Later that night, Lois sits alone in her office, finishing her report for the Brainiac system. Subject appears powerful, she types, but I don't believe he's a threat. He saved civilians. He saved me. He needs to be studied. Understood. The computer hums to life, lines of alien code flashing across the screen. Then, without warning, the system speaks. Agent advises termination. So noted. Thank you for your report. Lois blinks, frozen. What? No dash dash. The program shuts off. Behind her, a Lazarus commander enters the room. Good work, Lane. Get some rest. But Lois shakes her head. No, I'm not done. I think I need to write this one myself. She looks out the window, remembering how he shielded her from the fire, how he spoke about stars and life. For the first time, she isn't sure who the real enemy is. Meanwhile, on Krypton, years before its fall, Lara and Jor-El work side by side in their lab. They've already accepted that their world is dying. My design will serve as both a spacesuit and a ship, Lara explains. But if the Science Council refuses to listen, what then? Jor smiles faintly, resting his hands on her shoulders. Then we steal all the sunstone we can carry, he says, and you build a ship big enough for everyone we love. They look out through the lab window. In the distance, their young son Cal plays with Crypto, the loyal white hound. Lara smiles sadly. Then we hold fast to each other, she whispers, with steel in our hearts and lava in our veins. And we aim for the stars. Back on Earth, Lazarus soldiers comb through the wreckage of the village. Locals glare at them in silence. One soldier, his helmet cracked, mutters bitterly, "They don't appreciate everything we've done for them." "Yeah," his comrade says, "that's the job." But the soldier doesn't listen. His voice hardens. "Teach them. Teach them that peace has a price." He raises his weapon and fires, and so ends Absolute Superman #2.